What kind of country masters the power of the atomic bomb and then chooses to destroy it forever? No, this isn't a science fiction story. It's not a lost episode of Cold War history. This actually happened. This is the true story of the only nation in history to voluntarily develop nuclear weapons, successfully, and then, in an act of sheer political will, dismantle them all. Welcome to Trivia Tales, where we uncover the stories the world forgot to tell you. And today, we go to a country at the tip of Africa. A country torn by internal conflict, isolated by the world, and yet, one that quietly joined the most dangerous club on earth, the nuclear powers. The country was South Africa. Let's rewind to the 1970s. Apartheid was at its peak. International sanctions were closing in. South Africa, ruled by a white minority government, faced growing hostility both from neighboring countries and the global stage. But behind closed doors, something far more secret and far more explosive was happening. Scientists, engineers, and military officials were building a nuclear bomb. And they succeeded. With uranium mined from their own soil, and expertise gained through secret partnerships, some say even with quiet nods from Israel and early European collaborators, South Africa constructed not one, but 6 fully operational nuclear warheads. 6 weapons of unimaginable destruction. Built in silence. But why? South Africa feared invasion. The Cuban military, backed by the Soviets, was active in nearby Angola. The South African government saw itself as a Western-aligned power encircled by enemies. Nuclear weapons, they believed, would be the ultimate deterrent. But here's where the story flips. Because unlike every other nuclear nation, who built arsenals and never looked back, South Africa did something no one expected. In 1989, apartheid was crumbling. Nelson Mandela was about to walk free. The world was watching. And the secret could no longer be hidden. So the government made a decision: disarm before democracy. They feared that a new democratic government, with untested leaders and global scrutiny, might inherit nuclear weapons without preparation. So, in total secrecy, they dismantled every warhead. They destroyed the blueprints. They shut down the production facilities. They cleaned up every trace of the program. And then, they told the world. In 1991, South Africa became the first and only country in human history to develop nuclear weapons and then fully disarm voluntarily. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed it. The world was stunned. And just like that, a nuclear power unmade itself. Let that sink in. While the US and Russia kept thousands of nukes locked and loaded. While North Korea raced to build one. While nations debated sanctions and arms control treaties. South Africa quietly pressed delete on the most dangerous power humanity has ever known. This was not weakness. This was a calculated act of responsibility. One of the most extraordinary moments of restraint in modern history. But you almost never hear about it. And maybe that's because we're not used to stories where people choose peace. Here on Trivia Tales, we believe those stories matter. South Africa's nuclear chapter is more than a Cold War footnote. It's a challenge. A question. A possibility. If one nation can turn away from the bomb, why can't others? Thanks for watching Trivia Tales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What would you have done if you had the bomb? And remember, the most powerful stories are the ones we almost forgot.